what have your reflections been on Saturday's game? Now you've had a wee bit more time to analyse the match itself.
Probably very similar to it was after the game. I went back and watched the game back like you always do. The first half we were really good. There was a clear message from me to the players, and I thought they executed it really well. We controlled space. We were quite aggressive in the way we went with and without the ball, which was what I asked from them. I asked to try and create chances. We showed how to create those chances, and we just couldn't put the finishing touch. But it was really only maybe a session and a half to work on it. So I was really impressed in the first half. Obviously in the second half we never started well enough in the second half, I didn't think. We then lose the goal, and then we have to pull ourselves back into the game. But I felt as if across the piece we probably had better chances. We certainly had the better chances, but just that one bit of indecision from us, a kind of poor decision at times from us, and teams capitalise on it. So if we can cut that out, as we did in the first half, when you're attacking, you're actually defending less, and it actually helps defenders. So I felt as if there was loads of positives from the first half to take, but some lessons to learn probably from the second half as well.
Off the back of that, Kris, you've had a few days with them and you've seen that performance. You're more encouraged than Paisley at the weekend.
Yeah, of course, and for me it's about learning about the players and learning about how they'll react to things. But the message for me is always consistent. We try and put the game plan ahead to them nice and quickly in the week, and then we work on it. But to me, what I've seen at the weekend, they can take information on really quickly. They can, they flip their mindset really quickly. Albeit, we just had that one wee slip up where we get punished. And if we can tighten that up, well, you've got players there who can create, who can score. It's just trying to get that out of them. But once we get that one goal, however that may be, one goes in off somebody's backside, it might be the thing that just sparks a completely different Kilmarnock side. But for me, loads of positives to take, and the players' reaction, the way they try to get back into the game is key. But we just need to try and cut out that wee error if we can, because you come to Paisley, it's a tough game. They're always tough games. They're all tough games. But if we go there with that mindset of wanting to play and attack and be strong going forward and strong defensively, you can get a result.
How do you work on the mood? Obviously it's a long time, that kind of wait for a win, that quest to get a win must be on the players' minds all the time. The manager's left and the assistant's left as well. How do you try and lighten the mood as well as get the information and the work done as well? Yeah,
I think we have to do a bit of both. I think you want to lighten the mood, but you don't want to take focus away. You don't want to distract them. But basically, we want them to be a bit freer and play with a wee bit more freedom. That not be scared to play killer passes, because riskier passes score goals. But you do them in the right areas of the pitch. And it's just about decision making then and doing things. In the 2/3 of the pitch, you're solid, you're strong, you make the right passes. In the final third, there's a bit of creativity where you can go and express yourself. And that's probably the way I want the team to play. And I thought I seen that on the first half. I could certainly, going in at half time, I felt as if we were going to be the team who was going to take the lead. And if we can get back to that quickly, albeit we didn't get the result, but if we've got another week to work with the players now, hopefully we can bed down more ideas and get that wee bit more confidence into the side as well.
Is there anything more to say in the kind of instant Dom and the supporter at the end, or is that kind of water under the bridge?
I think it's been dealt with, if I'm honest. The club's dealt with it. They've spoke to Dom. I think it is what we thought after the game. It's a bit of frustration from both sides, and a wee bit understandable from both sides. A bit of passion there as well. And I said after the game, you want to just channel that. But I think that the club has dealt with it, and it's kind of move on now.
Did you ever get yourself involved in anything like that with a fan, or did you just have to walk away from it?
No, I think you have to you need to get yourself away from it. But I understand as a player, I've been a player as well, and it's it's difficult when you are getting it. But as players, we kind of role models as well. But I think for me, it's about when you care. The key is that both sides care. Fans really care, players really care, and I think that's the key for me, is that there's still belief and they still care. When you don't care, then I would really worry about it.
That's what I was going to ask you. I mean, you typically take a positive out of a flashpoint like that, but if there's a positive to be taken, Kris, is it the fact that players do care. Dom clearly cares about the situation.
Yeah, and you know me, I'll always find positives. I'm of that mindset all the time. I don't think there's any reason not to find positives. And it's the one thing I would pick up on is that Dom really does care, but so do supporters. And if we can tie the two together, and that's probably my job here, is to try and put a bit of connection between supporters and the players. And I think in the first half, the players showed the fans that they care in terms of the style of play, and they want to play, they want to score. And if we can keep that going for 90 minutes, I think the results are different. Then that connection really starts to get stronger.
How's your training week look a year on Christmas Day and things like that? Or?
I'll just follow the schedule that was already set for them, because I think managers tend to set schedules well ahead of the week. It's not that a manager, they'll work across a month, maybe further than that, so 6 weeks. So we'll just follow the schedule that was already in place previously, and that allows the players. For me, it's about, you don't come in and make massive changes. People have got children, they've got childcare, they've got things set up in place. It's not up to me to come in and change that. It's up to me to actually come and work around that. So we'll just follow the schedule that's already here.
I think your Christmas plans have changed quite considerably.
Yeah, a wee bit. No, look, and I wouldn't have it any other way. For me, it's football's football. It's you kind of accept that if you're a football player, you're going to be training at this time of year. It's a busy time of year. You're playing games. It's a busy time of year for that as well. So the mindset for me is that when you love what you do and you love playing, you love coaching, you love managing, it doesn't feel like it's a duty to train or play at this time. It's actually something that you should enjoy, because it's the best job in the world to actually have.
Was it a special feeling for you then, just to get out there and the whistle goes for the kick-off as well on Saturday, and just to get back in amongst it like that as well?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing, and it's not about me. I said to the players that it's not about who the manager is or who the coaches are. It's actually about players. Football is all about players. The fans turn up to see players. They don't turn up to see a manager or see a coach. They want to watch players. So all my emphasis is on them and helping them, because I feel for them at times, because they're putting so much effort in and they're just not getting the wee breaks. But I believe if we continue to do the right things, that luck, you almost force your own luck, and once that turns, it can change the full next half of the season for them.
No, it's still early in the week, but is there any squad news ahead of Saturday?
No, I think the squad's similar to what it'll be. There won't be any real changes so far. Injury-wise, everything seems okay, so the squad will look similar to what it was at the weekend.
I'm not giving you any more of an update as to what's happening medium to long term, Kris?
No, not at all, and I don't expect it. If I'm honest, I'm not there to chase to find out about me. Like I said, I'm a byproduct in this, and I appreciate that. What I think they know they'll get from me is hard work, and that's every day, and I'll just keep my head down and keep working with the players, because I want to help them, and by doing that we help the club. So no, I don't expect them to speak to me at any point. I'll just hear what I hear whenever they've got something to tell me, so I'll just keep working hard for them.